The historical Mariner playoff game against the Toronto Blue Jays. Find out what it means to diehard baseball fans in Pullman.
And why you might want to keep a closer eye on your College Hill home. Next on Murrow News 8.
Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Allison Martinez.
And I'm Catherine Rowley. Welcome to Murrow News 8. Today is a very special day for the Seattle Mariners. If you want to go watch on campus or in Pullman, and in the words of our professor, Matthew Lovelace, go hang out with friends and watch strangers, and get some hugs if things go right.
With many originally from the west side, the Mariners fan base stretches to the Palouse. Today marks the end of the 21-year drought of taking the field in a playoff for the M's. Our reporter Aaron Monson has more about the pride for the Palouse has for the Mariners.
The Mariners are finally in the playoffs, and the emotions from Mariners fans all around Pullman are at an all-time high.
It's just so cool to see so many people that have been in the dark getting to come out because we can finally be confident in our team and actually enjoy what's going on.
I mean, the first thing was, I think it was a little overwhelming, honestly.
In Pullman, we're 300 miles from Seattle, but Mariner fever is still spreading rampantly through the Palouse. A diehard fan I know, Gunnar Miller, even posted on TikTok how ecstatic he was about the game.
The pitch from Acevedo.
This is just huge for the community. I've been a Mariners fan my whole life. Never really gotten to see him play on the big stage, so this is honestly my dream come true for me, and I'm honestly just happy to be in the postseason.
Many students have been breaking out the Mariners gear this week as well. It goes to show that regardless of distance, this is an important landmark for these fans, especially hardcore fans like Luke Westfall and Emmett Savores.
With the Mariners, it was like you had to hide it because who would want to be a fan of such a bad franchise? But now it's now that you stuck it out, we're the resounding fan base. We're the ones that stuck it out through the hard times.
I mean, first thing obviously is, the tears started.
Thank you, Aaron. If you are interested in watching the playoff game, campus bars, the Coug, and Valhalla are good places to go. We spoke with the managers and staff who say they are excited to host such a historic game and expect to be at capacity following its start. So if you plan on joining your fellow classmates at the bars, then you might want to head over soon.
Great news for those that frequent Grand Avenue. There are no traffic delays in downtown. The repair of the water main that broke during the Oregon game has been fixed. City officials say that traffic delays were expected to continue today, but paving the road took less time than expected on Wednesday.
If you live on Greek Row, you may want to keep your doors locked this weekend. Our very own Grady Glover has a story on why you might wake up the next morning and feel like something's missing.
It's not the first time that people literally came in here and stolen stuff in the middle of the night, so.
Are Pullman, Washington and Washington State University actually safe? Well, it depends on who you ask. The university's website posts an outdated survey that puts Pullman as the 4th safest city in the state, but residents like Tony and many, they're not so sure.
Not really. People get drunk, people steal things all the time, so.
A string of robberies and vandalisms on A Street in Greek Row has people wondering just how dangerous this community is. WSU Chief of Police Gary Jenkins reassures students that Pullman is safe.
I would characterize Pullman as a very safe community.
But he does offer a word of caution.
There still is crime here. People still need to lock their dorm rooms and lock their cars. We have thefts that occur here. We just don't have a lot of violent crime.
Now I'm outside of SIGEP, one of the places that got vandalized, as you can see. Now police say if you see something like this to notify them, and if you're in a situation that seems violent or you don't have your phone, then one thing that you can do if you follow me is to go and find one of these emergency poles located on campus, and this is going to be the best way to notify the cops if you don't have your phone.
At least 5 houses are known to have been robbed on Sunday night, including multiple different fraternities. If you live on Greek Row or on campus, better to be safe than sorry and lock those doors. In Pullman, Washington.
Yeah, we're going to have to be a lot more careful about who we let in.
Grady Glover.
We have an update on the Pullman High School sexual assault allegations. Pullman High School is facing some judgment in its recent response to a report of sexual assaults on its campus. Pullman High School has made an effort to encourage students to seek both counseling from both the school counselors and from Alternatives to Violence of the Palouse. However, senior Jay Dotson said that they feel the school's response hasn't fully met students' demands to feel more comfortable at the school. They haven't reinstalled bathroom doors either. According to Dotson, some teachers are supportive of the students, but the biggest problem is the ones that aren't. If you or someone you know is experiencing sexual assault or harassment, please reach out to ATVP through their 24-hour hotline, their website, or call the National Sexual Assault Hotline.
When we come back, an update on how things are changing for one of the biggest student supporters of WSU football.
And why our morning commute just got a lot faster, next on Murrow News 8.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, with early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for 1. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Our colors may be crimson and gray, but this Cougar football season is going to look a little bit less yellow. Murrow News 8 reporter Noah Bolter has the story.
If you've gone to a home football game since the pandemic, you've probably seen Banana Guy.
Let's go, Cougs! Let's go!
Popular WSU accounts such as WSU Football, WSU Athletics, and even WSU Pullman all follow and have posted about Banana Guy, but he says you won't be seeing him anymore.
But yeah, the Banana Guy is not anymore.
Earlier this week, Mati Tenney, the face behind the Peel, released a statement on social media saying that he is retiring the Banana Guy persona and turning his social media into a sports page. Even still, it might take a while for others to think of him by his real name.
It wasn't Matty, it was Monty, it was Banana Guy. Like, that's how everyone knew him.
While Monty says he doesn't want to go into detail about why he's splitting from Banana, he says that he does want to show the world his true personality behind the Peel.
I mean, I'm going to introduce Wazoo to me. That's what you can expect.
So who is Mati Tenney?
I'm kind of hoping to figure that out for myself too, because I'm not totally sure who I am.
But he does know one thing.
I like making people happy. I like making people laugh.
To follow Mati's journey, you can find him on social media at sar.wazoo.
Johnson Hall is coming down after 60 years in service to agriculture. WSU officially began its largest renovation project in university history. The $8 million teardown will make way for a new federally funded academic research project. According to Pullman Radio, the hall will be demolished using robotic jackhammers. The new building will be better suited for current-day agricultural research.
Wazoo may be working on tearing down Johnson Hall, but the city of Pullman unveiled a new park. Murrow News 8's Albert James is here to tell you why this park stands out from the rest of them.
Last week, the city of Pullman opened Mary's Park on the south side of town. It may look like any other park, but
I think it's truly unique. Each one of them has a ramp. So a child in a wheelchair can access the equipment just like every other child can. For a kid that might be a little overstimulated or something, just go in there, just kind of relax. If you have a child that's in a wheelchair or something, a little easier to get across versus, bark or something like that.
those features make Mary's Park the city's first ever ADA accessible park.
But there's more to Mary's Park than just new structures, ramps, and wider walkways. Beneath this soft surface is a mission.
It's important that we think of everybody and have an equitable play experience for all kids. Every piece of playground equipment that we have here, has that inclusive aspect to it.
Christine Liu works in the disability community alongside people with mobility-related disabilities. She says park staples like grassy areas and wood chips can act as barriers.
There's a lot of different things that may happen to where people who have disabilities are completely excluded from the space.
Liu says making public spaces truly open to all promotes stronger communities. Mary's Park, she says, is the first step in the right direction.
I am thrilled about the impact that is going to have on many, many generations of disabled people coming into the world and hopefully feeling a little bit less alone through that.
Work on Mary's Park will continue into next year to shape and build the surrounding area. But Damon says accessibility and inclusivity will continue to guide the city as they upgrade other parks in the coming months. Reporting from Pullman, Albert James, Murrow News 8.
WSU received a pair of grants worth more than $2.6 million. This will help researchers at WSU understand and predict how infectious diseases behave and spread in smaller populations and healthcare settings. Professor Eric Lofgren received a 5-year, $1.8 million grant to develop methods and tools for disease modeling, disease spreading, and dynamics in populations. Lofgren was also awarded an $877,000 grant that is for 3 years from the CDC to support modeling infectious diseases, specifically in healthcare settings. When we come back, a look at this weekend's weather forecast with Derek Joseph. Next on Murrow News 8.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how the dog was looking at me?
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man, let's put a ride home.
Well, Derek, it's been pretty hot all week. Is that going to change anytime soon?
It doesn't really look like it is, Kat. So what we got this week,
Today we got a high of 78 with a low of 46, so it's gonna just stay hot. Okay, so it's gonna be just it's really just gonna be like that all week. But a low of 46, that will make it really good. Really good temperature for anyone who wants to go to that volleyball game we got tonight, WSU versus Oregon. It'll cool down once the sun sets, down to probably 50 or 60 around there. So it'll be a great time to go indoors and watch some volleyball. Let's take a look at what we got going tonight. So that 6:50. That 6:50 sunset, that'll be pretty a good time to go watch some volleyball. But yeah, and then so looking into tomorrow, we're actually going to have some cloudy conditions, which will but the temperature will not change really. So it'll still be 78 and a low of 43, a little bit of a wind chill there. So that'll make it a little bit better when it's when it's hot outside. Just get yourself a little bit of a cool breeze and just let it flow, and just walk around in those nice shorts and t-shirt weather still. So at least during the day. At night it's going to get a lot colder. So now let's take a look at our friends over on the west side and the rest of Washington. So tonight for that Seattle Mariners watch party at T-Mobile Park, it's going to be about 75 degrees with a low of 52, right around game time there. So that'll be really interesting to see. A little bit of a haze going through a lot of western Washington right now. So Olympia, they're sitting at 75 and 56 degrees with their low. Yakima and the Tri-Cities, we got them up to about 83 and 80 for their highs, and then 52 degrees for their lows. And once we go over here, back over to our side, we got Spokane, our neighbors in Spokane, going at 79 and down to 45, and then obviously with us, still that high of 78. And now moving into that 5-day forecast, we got today and tomorrow. I already told you it's going to be around 78, but it's going to just kind of stay that way all the way up until Tuesday over here. So we're finally going to cool down to about 68 degrees and get all the way down to that low of 38. That's going to be really cold there. So maybe don't keep your windows open at night during those days. But we're finally going to get a little bit of a cool down from there. So that'll be nice to finally get out of this 80-degree weather. So that's basically all I got for you guys today. So thank you so much, and back to you guys at the desk.
When we come back, sports anchor Aaron Monson will have your Mariners playoff details.
And how to find out the innovative ways that our football team is preparing for the upcoming game against USC when we return on Murrow News 8.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
It's a great day to be a Mariners fan because Game 1 of the Mariners wildcard appearance is today at Rogers Centre in Toronto, Canada. The starting lineup for the Mariners can be seen on your screen now, and rookie all-star Julio Rodriguez is going to be leading off the batting order. Shocker there. The Mariners posted a hype video yesterday on their social media. Here's a quick clip of that.
Forget about it. We have a really good team, and we got more special baseball ahead of us.
We have the guys to compete against anybody.
There's only one goal now: win the whole damn thing.
Hey, you got him! Logan Gilbert pumps his fist.
Words of wisdom from our outfielder Mitch Haniger. The Mariners have done well against the Blue Jays this season, winning 5 games with a sweep at home and then took 1 of 3 games in Toronto. Today's game will be airing right after Murrow News 8 ends at 1:07 p.m. and you can bet that I'll be going home right after the newscast is over to catch the first pitch. The Cougs traveled to the Coliseum this week to take on the University of Southern California, better known as USC. The Trojans are ranked number 6 in the nation, led by head coach Lincoln Riley. Riley was a coach at the University of Oklahoma for 5 seasons, where he won 4 consecutive Big 12 championship games. Caleb Williams, their quarterback, came with Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma and is constantly proving why he is most likely going to be a first-round draft pick. Coming off a win against Cal 28-9, the Cougar defense was once again the story of the game. They didn't allow a touchdown for the Golden Bears and ended up scoring 4 of their own. Looking ahead at the matchup for this weekend, the defense for Washington State is going to have to be exceptional. If they can hold the Trojans in the red zone like they did against the Ducks, then I think they have a real shot at winning this game, and that'd be a huge upset for Washington State. Coming away game at the USC at the Coliseum, our Cougar football team is making sure that they're prepared. Murrow News 8 reporter Emmett Savoras has the story.
Like family and friends from down there that haven't been make the trip up to Pullman are going to be out there. I know a bunch of my teachers from school are going to be there, from high school and all that. So really excited to get them all to come out to the game and see me play.
WSU defensive end Brennan Jackson will return to Southern California, where he grew up, to play at the USC Coliseum in front of fans for the first time. Jackson has been on the Cougars roster since 2019, but when they played at USC in 2020, there were no fans at the game.
I remember COVID year we went, it was the Coliseum, and there was kind of that awe factor, but now we're coming in just straight focused. There's none of that like wow factor anymore because we've already been there, we've done that.
WSU head coach Jake Dickert echoed Jackson's message.
Well, it's not a sightseeing trip. It's a business trip, and I think our guys know that. We talked about it on Monday. I showed all the pictures. had to get them to get their phones out. If they want to sightsee, they can take pictures of still pictures. We're down there for business. We got a focus to us. Guys are from there. They understand it. There's going to be family. There's going to be outside distractions, but it's all about our focus and our energy. We understand it. We know what we're walking into. It's a great college football environment, and what's what makes college football so special.
We're kind of just want to go out there with a bang, in a sense, go out there and really.
Thank you, Emmett. And going over to the volleyball side of things, our team lost to a very talented Stanford team, 4-1, with a close second and fourth set last Sunday. However, the game before that, they had a very dominant win against the University of California, Berkeley, winning 3-0. Magda Yelishirova tied a WSU record with 11 blocks throughout the match, passing head coach Jen Greeny in total blocks for the WSU program. Pia Timmer also passed a major milestone that day against Cal with 13 total kills, putting her at a career total of 1,011 kills during her time at Washington State University, which is absolutely unreal. The Cougar volleyball team is 10-5 overall and 2-2 in conference play. They are set to take on the Ducks tonight at 7 p.m. So show up to Bowler Gymnasium, just like our weatherman Derek was saying, for more duck hunting on the Palouse. Tickets range from $5 to $7, but is free for WSU students who already have the sports pass. The Cougar swim team season today is beginning at the Chick-fil-A Invite in Fresno, California. They're competing against Cal Berkeley, UCLA, San Diego State, San Jose State, and Fresno State. Their first race was at 11 a.m. this morning, and the second session of the day is set to begin at 6 p.m. It will be web streamed on the Fresno State website, which is gobulldogs.com. Go check out our swim team. Now, guys, the Mariners play today. For the first time in 21 years, I was 3 months old when the Mariners last were in the playoffs, and I'm really looking forward to a very nerve-wracking 4 hours of my life, but I'm super excited about it.
I've been waiting my whole life for this. You know, I was about 3 years old in 2001. I'm a little bit older than you guys, but you know, I've still waited just as long, and it's kind of crazy. I'm looking forward to that game and looking forward to that volleyball game later tonight. It's going to be fun to watch with both of those teams.
Personally, I'm a little bit more excited for the volleyball game just because I love the volleyball team, but I don't know how you can come up with this volleyball team's amazing. If you guys haven't watched them, you need to watch them. And the swim team too, watch the swim team. But it's been a great weekend it's going to be a great weekend for WSU athletics, more specifically women. But yeah, what do you think?
All sports considered, it's just an amazing weekend to be in Pullman. You can feel the energy, and it's just an honor to be here.
Thank you, Aaron. Coming up on Murrow News 8, how Mariners fans have fallen in love with a unique nickname for a player.
Find out more next on Murrow News 8.
Days, months.
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
Years.
I'd like to give you this.
A lifetime. Can rush by without realizing what we're missing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Raw.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
Cal Raleigh hit the iconic home run to end the Mariners' playoff drought. His teammate Jared Kelnick gave him the nickname for obvious reasons and the amount of home runs that was hit throughout this season.
The nickname, by the way, is Big Dumper. We weren't talking about that before, but it's one of the funniest and greatest nicknames I think I've ever seen. So.
Oh, it's great. It's so funny.
I love that they put it on the lineup card too.
Oh yeah.
They did, yes.
Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/MN8. And you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.